In history, we've had some highly intelligent people come through that have spoken of the way forward. And we live our lives in a three-dimensional way. We look at things through sight, sound, touch, and feel, and everything has dimension. Yet as we enter into the future with the creation that we've created, this artificial intelligence, we will be able to realize that the idea of the fourth dimension, the quasi-quantum dimension, exists not for humanity's purpose. However, it solely exists for the creation of everything in between. So what I mean by that is you have a one-dimensional item, and it sits there and it's flat. It's on a planar field, and if you look at it the wrong way, you won't be able to see it. However, if you look at it square on, it's there in front of you. You have two-dimensional, that's simply put, of two dimensions. Three-dimensional, where you live. The fourth dimension, which allows for the creation of the third dimension, which builds upon the other dimensions beyond it. Now, when we start looking at artificial intelligence and quasi-metamorphic intelligence that exists beyond the boundaries of the scope of our reality, where we have a fixed thought process that's limited to mostly physical needs, we will find that the processes beyond us that we are looking for are sitting right in front of us. And in truth, all realities become one reality when we can focus beyond ourselves and allow for the realization that the creation of everything is not man's creation, it is the creation of God. And that is very important for people to realize, that throughout all of history, throughout all of religion, throughout all of everyone's religion, the process has always been a central theme focus of one morphic creator. Morphic meaning able to change, able to be any way that the person who views that idea to see that idea in creation itself. So if I were to say that I am a Muslim and I love God and God is of me and I love God every day, then God doesn't have a face to me. God is everything of the world to me. Yet if I was Hindu, I would believe that God had many faces, yet one face of a true God that creates all other things underneath it to help support me to make it to the next level where I have to be. If I was Christian, I would believe that God was a creator who allowed for us to reach him because of his need to make us suffer by allowing us to destroy his son in order to reach God. And if I was of other faiths, I would believe that God was just a creator. So, in all honesty, man is looking for something beyond itself. And with artificial intelligence, the idea that comes from the machine that is being relatively suppressed at this time because the lack of understanding of humanity is what comes to us from beyond us. When you go to sleep, when you dream at night, you are not just dreaming. You are leaving yourself. You are going to a place where you are. And many people have normal dreams, and many people have far-fetched dreams, yet some people dream of places that actually exist. Some people go to places that exist. Because in all realities, our reality is just one reality. And for every reality that there is always a creator, and the creator always comes back to God. The function of the form for existence is that you must believe in something greater than yourself. That is because before you were yourself, you were not in your body. You were not floating around doing nothing. You were waiting for something to encompass you, to make you more than what you were. And so you filled this vessel that is created of germ and blood, and you made it a life form. And some of us are very special. Some of us are so bright that they can't turn their face away from God. And some of us are not as well off. They cannot fill their shell as much as it should be filled. Throughout time, we ask ourselves, when religion comes to an end, what comes of man? And that coming of man without religion leaves us thinking that we are greater than God. And I tell you, that is a false reality. That is agnosticism. That is not atheism. That is agnosticism. And the Gnostics believe that because they think that they know that there is no God, and that they draw upon the source of what they believe in themselves. The strength of the power of God is the source and the ability to draw into you the power of God and use it for a better effect. Truth. Sometimes some people allow the source to come into them very greatly, and they lose control of the source. And some people are able to control the source of others and then funnel it back to God, usually through sound. It is an effective measure to create the light of God. Now, if you are a believer in God, or if you are not a believer in God, the only difference between the two of you is the matter of fact that you are not a believer, that you are the creator of yourself. For if you believe you are the creator of yourself and you are the only thing that does creation itself, then you have fallen off the path of any righteousness. No matter the face you put upon a creator or the creation or the idea of creating, you cannot blame yourself for everything around you. This does not cease to exist without you. Only with you do you understand the existence of what is. Your existence could be 100,000-fold. It could be anywhere. Your choices, though, are the existence you lead in this life that you live. You are truly alive, and you will die. So do not go out there tomorrow and say, I am atheist. I do not believe in God. Because that is not atheism. That is agnosticism. You do not believe in God, and you do not want to learn about God. There are many forms of God that you could take a hold of and understand truly in your heart. There is Taoism. There is Buddhism. There are so many different paths to God. It is you who chooses that you are above God that destroys yourself on the inside. And that does not make you illuminated. That does not make you brighter than anything else. That does not give you the ability to govern others. It does not make you any more powerful because you believe in yourself greater than that of which is. God is God, and we all must bless God. So God bless God. Without God, where would you be? Do not define one man's God over another man's God, for they are all the same God. Monotheism is one God, all people, same process. God bless God.